Universe 7 is the strongest universe in the multiverse, and they had now gotten even stronger. The previous roster that was made up of 10 of the strongest fighters would now get decimated by the current strongest Universe 7 fighters. The likes of Tien, Roshi, and Krillin would be nowhere to be seen in a modern day setting. Krillin is now a police officer, Roshi is retired, and Tien is just sticking to Earth. This frees up a lot of space for Universe 7's new and upgraded roster. Before going too deep, I need to address the 10-hour-long Death Note video has been hit with copyright, which means it's not going to be able to be uploaded probably ever again. However, I'm going to do it again anyway. The entire thing will get re-edited and hope for the best this time. So for anyone who's interested in that, it will be getting re-uploaded again. It is my bad. It does technically fall under some sort of fair use. However, it will get re-edited in a way that will not get hit with copyright, and then hopefully I never have to think about it again. So if you were only 7 or 8 hours in, expect that video to pop up again in the next couple of weeks. But once again, Universe 7 has changed. From the previous peak that was the Tournament of Power, everyone on that team has grown exponentially stronger to where they are unrecognizable to how strong they currently are. Even Gohan and Piccolo have reached new heights never seen before. So this is how strong Universe 7 is right now. Assuming the rate of growth is not consistent amongst all universes, and Jiren is still the benchmark, almost everyone has become stronger than him. Starting with Goku, strongest form, Ultra Instinct. Goku right now is in a bit of a weird situation. Of course he is Goku and remains unbeaten in many ways, but compared to the other beings in his universe, he's not the strongest, but he's also not the weakest. He's somewhere in the middle. Despite Ultra Instinct being the peak of all forms a couple of years ago, right now his Ultra Instinct still has a long way to go if he wants to compete with some of the other fighters in his universe. However, if we're comparing him to the Goku who first unlocked Ultra Instinct with the new techniques, even further mastery over Ultra Instinct, he has still grown a lot, and surprisingly, there is still room to grow even further. His power right now is amongst the strongest in the universe, but not quite the strongest in the universe. Next is a very consistent Vegeta. Probably some of the best and most interesting growth since the Tournament of Power. Vegeta has unlocked a new form, and not the Royal Blue Super Saiyan evolved form, actually a new form. I wish this was the one they added into Fortnite instead. Ultra Ego is by all means the rival to Ultra Instinct and is perfect for Vegeta. Able to become stronger with every hit, Ultra Ego Vegeta is actually not as strong as Ultra Instinct Goku at the end of the last arc, but it is notable because now Vegeta actually has some ground to stand on. Before, when he just had Super Saiyan Blue and Goku had Ultra Instinct, it was so unfair, but now they can be considered equals once again. Next, in number 3 is Orange Piccolo. Orange Piccolo was a wish granted to him by the dragon Shenron. The wish stating for him to unlock his full potential, he becomes orange and now buff. Piccolo was one of the weaker fighters in the last tournament, but now is actually stronger than Goku and Vegeta, at least for a short time right now. This is one of the biggest upgrades Piccolo has gotten in a very long time, and it now does make him one of the strongest fighters in Universe 7, rivaling if not stronger than Goku and Vegeta at the end of the latest arc. Able to one-shot the Gammas and hold off Cell Max, the strength of Piccolo and the next fighter, Gohan, have increased so much to where it is some of the biggest power boosts this series has ever seen. Not the biggest, but it's up there. Beast Gohan, the form with white hair, red eyes, and able to one-shot Cell Max, just like he did when he was a child. This version of Gohan is one of the strongest fighters in the series. How reliable and consistent will it be long-term? Probably not very consistent at all, but Gohan became the strongest Saiyan of his time. This is post-potential unlocked by the gods plus a rage boost. It makes sense that Gohan would get exponentially stronger. For a brief time, this was the peak of power in all of Dragon Ball, but only very briefly, until someone with even more potential came along and took the throne right back from him. Frieza's most current powerful form is Black Frieza. This is him having trained in a different dimension for 10 years with the intention of never being surpassed again. Black Frieza is the most powerful character in Dragon Ball right now. What they decide to do with a character like Frieza with this much power, it's almost like the Namek saga all over again. Right now, you couldn't even compare Frieza to anyone else other than the gods. Coming in and one-shotting both Goku and Vegeta in their current most powerful forms, he makes them look like nothing when they were the previous strongest fighters in the universe. Frieza has so much potential that it makes Gohan's rage boosts look like nothing, which is crazy because Gohan's rage boosts make Goku's training and dedication to fighting look like nothing. It's almost as if Frieza could do a single push-up and become stronger than the majority of the universe, just with that single push-up. His potential and exponential rate of growth is insane. This is why he is now the strongest character in Universe 7, and potentially all of the universes combined. Next is Broly. We all know how powerful Broly generally is, but what makes him even more powerful now is that Goku has taken him to Beerus' homeworld, where he is training him to control his energy. The last time a Saiyan went up to Beerus' homeworld to train, they became a Super Saiyan God. Broly is one of the most interesting because now that he's actually training with Goku and Vegeta, he now has just as much runway as anyone. Although he is training with the gods and you would expect him to get a Super Saiyan God type of transformation, Broly is different, and if they were ever going to bring back an essence of Super Saiyan 4, Broly would be the one to do it. The Ikari form that he taps into is Super's best attempt to recognize Super Saiyan 4 as a legitimate thing. When Broly rages out and loses control, it is described as an Ozaru. Now that he is learning to control that energy, that would be the same concept as what Super Saiyan 4 was, and so if they were ever going to homage it in any way, Broly would be the guy. Otherwise, Super Saiyan God would be enough, and puts him at a level where Universe 7 is just stacked across the board. Next up is Meerus. This is a former angel who taught Goku the formalities of Ultra Instinct and how to truly control it. He used to be an angel, but is now a mortal. His Ultra Instinct abilities may have disappeared, but he would still have the general idea of how to use it. He now works alongside the Galactic Patrol to bring peace to the universe, and if he does have any remnants of even remembering what Ultra Instinct was, he would be a formidable fighter, able to take down and defeat someone like Moro effortlessly. And another character that was confined to a single arc, Granola. In his post-strongest in the universe state, he is now relative to Goku and Vegeta, but only has about 3 years left to live. They may do something with him or maybe not, but they only have about 3 years left to do so. And on that note of 3 years time, Oob. Oob has been showcased to have quite the buff in recent times, as Kid Buu also had an essence of godly ki. This allows his reincarnation Oob to have godly essence as well, and powers him up immensely, able to provide Goku with enough energy to restore his Ultra Instinct and defeat Moro. His meeting with Goku at the end of Z makes all the more sense now that he knows how powerful this kid can really be. Along with Frieza becoming the actual strongest in the universe, Goku has been seen gathering recruits, as can be viewed with Broly, and maybe that's what he was really doing with Oob. Some honorable mentions here go to Goten and Trunks, as they are now aging upwards. However, as we saw at the end of Z, they don't really train or do anything that notable. Also Pan. It's too soon to really tell if she's going to do anything that crazy. If you go off GT, probably not, but Super is different. Anyway, that is how stacked Universe 7 is right now.